Well, hello and good morning. I hope you've all had a great week. I hope you're all doing well. Today we're at Bexhill. Very early in the morning. It's about 4:20 in the morning at the minute. Me and Will, we've got 4 days off now for fishing, which we've booked in. We're meant to go Paul Beagle fishing in the Isle of Wight, but guess what? The weather's rubbish. For the whole 4 days, it's just absolute rubbish. We've got about 4 hours, hopefully 5, but probably 4, to get out there, try and catch some bass trolling, and yeah, and that's it. And then later on, we're going to try and go and do some reef fishing on the shore. Kayak set up and ready. I'll talk tactics, gear, lure. I'm going to make this into a little bit of a beginner's video for how to troll on the kayak. Whether we'll catch anything today or not, I don't know. Apparently it's been really quiet. Yeah, it was really quiet yesterday. Not sure what's going to happen, but look, we can only try. But I'm going to give you all the tips you need to troll lures on a kayak or a boat today. Alright, welcome to Bexhill again. Just paddling out a bit because it's really shallow here. So you can very easily knock your pedals and your rudder. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and get out a little bit and yeah, get into some deeper water. If I'm playing silly buggers, but there we go, it's kicked in now. Got 5 foot of water. We can probably get our pedals down in a second. But first, got to try and sort out this rudder because the down cable has actually snapped on it. So sort of got to push it down with this this paddle. Right, see you in a minute. Oh. Right, so welcome to a beginner's guide to trolling lures. So these are hard lures with dive vanes. Yeah, welcome to the beginner's video. As I said, I don't know what luck we're going to get today, and we're working on a very, very small window. So I don't even know how long we're going to get. I need to get a couple of rods out in a second. And then we can at least try and catch some fish. But yeah, so the point of today's video really is to show you how to use these to catch bass. You catch pollock on these as well in the right places in the UK. But for bass on inshore reefs, you know, sort of 30 foot and shallower, yeah, really good method. Now, I don't know how long we're going to get in the water today. The wind's already more than forecast, so yeah, I don't think we're going to get ages. But if we can get out there, catch a couple of bass and come in, then we're winning. But you're never going to know what the sea's like if you don't come out and have a look. So we slept in the van last night so we could wake up, look at the sea and decide whether it's worth going. And to be honest with you, it was flat enough to give it a try. So the reef we're going to here at Bexhill is only about half a mile out, I suppose. It varies from about 15 foot to 30 foot, depending on whether you're low water or high water. And on the right time of year, it is absolutely loaded with bass. I'm going to connect up 2 lures, and then I'll tell you how to cast and set up the lures so they're working effectively. So rod wise today, we've got a very light spinning rod. This is about 10 to 15 grams I think, something like that. And then we've got a small fixed spool reel, 2000 size, and on the end I've just got a little clip. I'm just going to use this little dredger here. I can already feel that wind picking up. Oh dear, the UK needs to give us fishermen a break. Yeah, it's been a pain really. Right, so that lure is clipped on, and to begin fishing, what we're going to do is we're going to turn this kayak around so I'm facing the reef, not hook myself. So our rod holders, we want to be facing right to the right hand side and the left hand side of the kayak. You don't want them sort of really high in the air either. You sort of want them, you know, not like sort of 90 degrees, maybe 30 degrees, something like that. And you want them facing to the side. So what we're going to do, our lure's clipped on, we're going to cast it out to the back of the kayak. I'm going to keep the bail arm open so that when I'm pedalling forward, the braid and the line on the reel is coming off the reel. Give it a couple of pulls like that, and when you're probably 40-50 yards behind you, engage your bail arm, check that the gear is set. I like to have a relatively tight gear so the bass hooks itself. If you have a too light gear, you can miss takes. And what you want to do is pop it in the rod holder, and you're fishing, guys. You want to be GPS speed, you want to try and aim for about between, I've found this best, about 1.8 to 2.5 miles per hour. Depending on whether you're going with the tide or against it, it's going to depend on how fast you're going to pedal. So that's one rod. I'm going to do exactly the same to the other rod, and I'm going to use a slightly different lure depth, so that way we're working the water column with different dive lures. So they're all diving at different depths, and we can find out hopefully where a few bass are. The reef's approaching us in probably about the next 10 minutes, but there's always a chance inshore here of bass. I've had them almost right up to the shore, so yeah, there's always a chance. But yeah, I don't know how long we're going to have today, guys. That wind is already picking up. Oh dear, we're used to it by now, guys. We're used to it. We've had 6 months of bad weather, so yeah, we are used to having to work the weather. The good thing is about bass trolling is you're not anchored the kayak, you're not anchoring the kayak. So because you've not got an anchor, you can always point that kayak into the better direction to get you in safe or to move forward. So I do find you can put up with more conditions when you're trolling than you can if you were going to have an anchor session. Right, I'm going to get a second rod out. Look at that gorgeous sunrise behind me. Don't know how much the GoPro will give it justice, but I can see the colours on the GoPro and they're gorgeous. And in the reflection on the frame. So we've just done one troll across the reef. Will said he saw a few bass, and I thought I might have heard a few jumping out, but I wasn't sure. But yeah, if he thinks it and so do I, and he's seen some, then yeah, hopefully that we've seen some bass on the surface breaking. So a couple about, I think. We're just coming over the reef now. We're only in 11 foot, and on the sonar you're looking for real up and down structure like that. You don't really want flat. You want nice big rocks and deep crevices. And feeding bass or a bass shell, well, they'll look like little arcs, almost like little seagulls. So there's a lovely bit of patch of rock there that we're going over, but no takers as of yet. So yeah, at the minute we've got wind against tide. So the tide is pushing that way and the wind is pushing this way. So that's why it's choppy at the minute, because the wind and the tide are working against each other. Hopefully in about an hour's time that will change, and then the tide will be going that way, the wind will be going that way, and it will flatten off just for a little bit. But at the moment these conditions are workable for the experience that we've got. They might not be pleasant to everyone, but for me I've been out in a lot worse than this. So, and as I said earlier, we're not anchored. Right, so if you're doing 2 rods, if you're trolling with 2 rods, I've got one out on my starboard and one out on my port side. What you've got to remember is when you turn the kayak right back round again to go the other way, you need to wind one of the rods in and sort of go around whatever rod is still left in the water. Because if you try and turn with 2 lines in the water, they don't swing round, and then you get into a right angle. So yeah, like now I've got to head back that way. So I'm going to pick up this rod. I'm going to wind this one in. Guys, if you ever want to moan about the weather on this channel, on this video, please go ahead. How awful has it been? Alright, so I've got the left-hand rod in my hand. I'm going to turn the kayak towards the right, the starboard side. You'll see us turning now. And when we're facing the other way, then we can cast this one back out that side. Do try different parts of the reef as well, just because it's produced once, it doesn't mean it's going to produce necessarily every time. So yeah, definitely try different parts of the reef. I'm just going to try the outside of it this time and see if we can find a little patch of fish. We're going to cast that lure behind the kayak, keep the bail arm open, let line off, like that. Engage the bail arm, and then your rod is fishing. So, when you're on the water and you're bass fishing, guys, the best friends are seagulls. They tell you where the fish are. It doesn't matter what feature they're over, it doesn't matter what they're doing. If they are diving and they're feeding, follow them. Don't think, oh, there's a reef there, there's not a reef over there, why are they over there? Just trust me on this one, guys. If you see a load of seagulls working, go and follow them. Slightly easier said than done when you're in a boat over a kayak, because I can see some seagulls about half a mile away and they're feeding hard, guys. Feeding hard. But yeah, they're half a mile away and I'm in a kayak, so well, it is what it is. I'm going to go and follow them. I'm going to keep an eye on them 100% of the time so I don't lose them. Hopefully they don't get away from us. Look, if we can go there and nab one, it'll be worth the pedal. But we'll keep the glues in the water. But yeah, I'm going to keep an eye on them. Hopefully they come towards us and not go further away. But yeah, they are right in the distance. So when they're this far away, it's always a risk, because you could get there, they could lift off the water and move to where you were, and then you've got to go and find them again. So if they're a long way away, it can be a risk. But if you're in a boat, that's normally a risk you can take. I don't know if they're getting further away now, or well, it is what it is. Well guys, I've been going at these seagulls now for probably a good 20 minutes and I can still see them, and we are nearly there. I've just got to pray that they don't move off the spot, because that would be a real shame. Earlier I said the wind would be going with the tide soon. Got a bit flatter. At the moment I'm going with the tide, so We've got about a mile and a bit that way now to get home. Against
how lovely it would be just to anchor up this fire and be lazy at the bar.
Someone's feeling tired. He said, I'd rather be anchored. Yeah, I'm really nearly close to this bird shoal now. Sometimes when you think it's going to take half an hour to get to a mark where the birds are, sometimes it's worth it, and sometimes it's not. You know, as I say, you can get there and then all of a sudden the shoal of gulls move away. But today I just thought, you know what, it's worth trying. Worth trying. Bit of exercise in the morning too. But yeah, what I was saying about that windward tide, got a bit flatter, isn't it? So we're coming into the zone a bit now, where these seagulls are. Not quite, but we're well and truly near it. You can't see loads, but they're still pecking bits off the water, so I'm hoping to find a few bass mixed in. I'm now in quite a new area. I haven't really trolled this far before, but I always say follow the gulls. So when we go back to our original mark, what I'll do is I'll troll slightly more inshore, because there's quite a few rocks inshore. So at the moment I'm just over clean sand, but clearly that's where the bass are. Right. God, these gulls keep moving a bit further away, a bit further away. I'm slowly closing in on them, but my God, it's not been easy, guys. It's not been easy. Oh, all right, come on, seagulls. Tell me where they are. Not as many gulls here now, but we are in the area, so I'm going to slow down and I'm going to troll properly, because there's a few gulls above me, there's a few in front of me, and if I just keep powering, I'm not necessarily fishing them lures particularly well. So I want to be in with the gulls, but I can see them feeding again over there. They sort of feed massively and then they disperse, feed massively, disperse. What that is that's the bass bringing all the little bait up to the top and the seagulls are pecking it. Oh, I hope this is worth it, guys. I really hope we get one. There we go, guys. We're into our first bass. Told you it was worth following the gulls, didn't I? Oh, has he just come off? Has he just come off? Oh, no. No, he's still on, he's still on, he's still on. He's still on. I told you it was worth following the gulls. Find the bass. You follow the gulls, you find the bass. I can see the shoal's working as well. Don't think it's going to be a too bad size either. Oh, yes, all right, keep it. Oh, you've seen the net, guys. It wasn't too happy. It's not a bad size, guys, at all. Not a bad size. Yes! Bass in the net, one of size over.
Make my way over now, over.
Right, here we go, guys. So, as I said, follow the gulls. Took us half an hour to get here, but this is where the bass are. And that is a sizable one, guys. That is a sizable one. So I'll keep him for dinner. Look at that, absolutely beautiful. Nailed on that one. Got bass shoals everywhere, so I'm going to get this one unhooked and try and get another one quickly, because they don't always hang around. But that is why, guys, you follow the seagulls. They know where the bait is. Took me half an hour, about a mile away from home, so to speak. But yeah, loads of bass, loads of seagull, loads of shoals on the finder now. There we go, lovely. Right, let's get another one quickly. So these are the seagulls, guys, we were talking about. There's quite a big flock of seagulls there. They're not working hard yet, but they're not leaving the area, which means they know from memory and experience that it's worth staying in this area. There's a few diving now. There's a few. They're picking stuff off the surface, and I'm registering a few bait balls as well. So obviously this is where the little sprats are and little fish. But yeah, look, you can see them now. They're diving in the water. Some of them picking bits of bait off.
Inside the flock of seagulls, really as much as any of them.
Right, bass jumping around us. Yeah, there's bass jumping around me now, mate. There's quite a few bass jumping around me, over.
Speeding over now, over.
Right, guys, I'm going to put a switchblade on and cast it while we're trolling the other lure. Oh, bite, 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 bite. Bite, guys, bite, guys, bite. There we go. Look, another fish on, guys. Another fish on. It's on the, oh, this is a better fish, guys. This is a better fish. Much, much better fish, guys. This is a heavier one, guys. This is a much heavier one. Fish on! Yeah, this is a better fish. Oh, I can see him out. I can see him out deep, guys. This is a nice fish. Oh, he's swimming in. He's swimming in. He's gonna have a little of a fight last minute, I would say. Woo! Just put the gear down on him a little bit to give him a little bit of. Oh, it's another keeper as well. It's another keeper. Oh, come on, come on, come on, he's only just hooked. Yes! That was on a different lure this time, the one working a little bit shallower. Whew. He's got a bit of blood in him, so because the lure's caught his gills. But that means he can come home with me. So I've got my two now, so everything else now is going back. But guys, they're jumping around us everywhere. They're jumping around us like crazy. There you go. Another bass. Right, let's try and get another one. Yes. Oh, guys, we've got another fish here. I've just sorted out my other bass. Should we wind this one in and see how big this one is? Here we go. Another good fish on. Another good fish on. This was taken floating, guys. I'd stopped, wound the other fish in, and it literally took it as I was just sitting here. So this will be bass number 3. It's been sat there for a while, so I don't know how well hooked it is or whatever, but it's going to have to go back now because I'm at my limit. There's another keeper as well. It's a bit smaller than the others, thank goodness. There we go. Oh, so there's another little bass there. Put that one back because I'm at the 2 limit now, so yes. Right, let's sort ourselves out and get some more bass. Yes. Right, 3 bass, fantastic. I was just about to cast a sidewinder switchblade into them, and the other one ran off. So we'll stick with what we're doing at the minute because it's working. Right, let's get this other lure out. Yeah, I'm just following the gulls because that's where the bass are. They're smashing bait on the surface. So, because there's not loads of bait down there, obviously the gulls are not really, they're not feeding really hard because there's not a lot of bait there, but the bass are feeding hard. And that's why the gulls are sticking around, because the bass are obviously there. Right, so 3 bass now, because we followed the birds. If we hadn't followed these birds, we might not have got the fish. Oh, there's a bass down there. There's a bass down there, and there. Look, I'm going to show you the front now to try and show you these bass jumping out. What I'll do is I'll zoom in on camera when we see one. Oh my god, guys, the shoals of bass now. Look, look, I've just seen one on the jumping out all around the kayak. Excellent. This is what we're after. Still seeing them on the foot. Here you go, take. Oh, that was a good hit. That was a good hit. Oh, I think we missed him. But that was a fantastic hit, guys. Oh, take on the other one, guys. Take on the other one. Yeah, there we go. Bass on, guys. Bass on. Double take. So we're just going to get him in quickly. I think he's only a small one. But that will do. That'll be bass number 4. Oh, he's not even small, guys. He's not even small. Woo! Woohoo! Got my limit now, so we're just going to take it a bit of fun. Great fun, guys. This is wicked. Oh, wow. Another perfect Bexhill bass. I say Bexhill, we're pretty much in Dan Hastings right now. Right, let's go again. Got to try and get you a take on camera. Right, stuck you on that rod. That one had a hit and then didn't commit. And then that one just went absolutely solid. Loads of them, but mate. Huh? Can you put the rod down a bit? Oh, there's a take. Whoa! There we go, guys. There's your bite on camera. There's your bite on camera. Here we go. Here we go. We're back in. This is what we come out here for. We come out here to catch bass on hard diving lures and to have some sport. Was it worth the sort of half an hour pedal? Yes, it was. This is bass number 5. Just going to enjoy the fight, to be honest, guys. Just going to enjoy the fight. Woo! There he is. Do you know what? I won't use the net because we want to try and get some big ones today. There we go. Oh. Well, finally, Will's in. Here we go. He's happy now. He's happy now. That's what I wanted to hear, Will. Will's in as well. That is, woo, shush, 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 shush. Bass number 5, baby, on camera. Get in. This is a better one. Guys, this is a better fish. This is a better fish. Oh, that nearly took my rod in. Oh, this is what it's about. Days like this, when the bass are on, you cannot beat it. And you can't really go wrong either. That take was savage. Not that well hooked, but he's only a small one. Hey, there he goes, he comes off. Perfect. Taps the leader, so we caught him, so that's 6 bass. Obviously, if I was going to keep him, I would have got the net out, but we don't need to do that. Right, let's try and get another bite on camera for you. There we go, I'm going to give you that rod to keep an eye on because we're coming over the danger zone. But what we'll do is we'll take some really nice photos of us on the kayak holding them. I'll give you my camera and you can take it. And then I'll do something for you. There we go, guys, take on camera. Woo! Take on camera. Oh my goodness. Oh. This could be a better fish, guys. This could be a better fish. I know I keep saying it, but although sometimes the savage bites can be from the smaller ones, but this just feels like it's got a bit of weight to it. Yeah, I can see him surfing at the back, coming in over the wave there. Try and keep this kayak the right way so it doesn't tangle the other line. He's about 20 yards back. This will be bass number 6. Just keep constant tension on them so those hooks stay in. Oh, it's not a bad one actually. I might actually net this one because it's a nice fish to take a photo of. Oh my goodness. Trying to get away, isn't he? Trying to get away. Oh yeah, that's the best one of the day. The best one of the day. Yes! There we go, guys. Do you know what? For bass, I love trolling for them. It's like my favourite method. I'm not going to lie, it is my favourite method to catch bass. I know a lot of people like doing it direct and casting to them in flats, but yeah, I absolutely love fishing for them in this way. Calm down, calm down, calm down, calm down. There we go. There we go, a beautiful bass. in the gorgeous morning sun at 6:15 in the morning. Got on a deep dive lure. Excellent. Oh. All right, guys, we've got one on here. Just gonna get the take on camera, but the GoPro battery died, so unfortunately it didn't go on. But it's been on for quite a while, so it might have come off, but I don't think it has. Now there's a fish there. I don't think it's a big one. Just in the heart of the seagulls, the bass jumping out all over us. Super great fun though, aren't they? Hey, there we go. Yeah, guys, that take was savage. The little ones seem to just take it like crazy. They really smash it. I suppose the little ones are a bit more aggressive. They're not quite as smart. So the bigger ones, it's better to use live bait for the bigger fish, to be fair. But today is all about getting some sport before that wind picks up. There we go, little scooty bass. This is what bass shoals look like. So you can see them on there, all those arches there. That's what bass shoals look like. Let's go again. Actually changed, we're sorted out. We're going to catch some more bass. Oh, I think 7 or 8 bass now. I think 8. 8 bass, can't go wrong with that, can you? So the gulls are out there, they're going absolutely crazy. So that's the seagulls, guys, loads of them, and that's what we're after.
I am so happy we came out today.
Yeah, mate, I knew it was worth taking the window. It was wind with tide in the morning as well, so I think we're well worth coming out. As I always say, follow the gulls and you'll find the fish. Oh, there's a take, there's a take, there's a take, there's a take, there's a take. Woo, there we go. Those divers, guys, are absolutely lethal. Those little white divers. So just following that seagull flock out. And as soon as we hit the flock, yeah, we were in. Don't think it's a big one. Might have even just, no, he's still there. Thought he might have popped off, but he was just swimming towards me. Yeah, another lovely fish. Another lovely silver bar from, I say, Bexhill. We're pretty much in Hastings. We're where those gulls are, but yeah, another beautiful bass. Caught on the white dredger. Well, I'll tell you something, guys. These these bass must live in Hastings, because I'm getting nearer and nearer Hastings as we go along. But I've got to follow the birds. I can't not. There's absolutely loads up in front of me, but where I was sorting that bass out and sorting the net out, they've got ahead of me again. So I've got to keep following them. I said to Will, worst case scenarios, if the sea got absolutely horrible and we couldn't pedal back or it was just dangerous, we just beach the kayaks in Hastings. I'd get the train to Bexhill and then I'd pick up the car and go and collect us with the kayaks on the beach. There we go, guys. Fish on, fish on, fish on, fish on. Not a big one, I don't think. It was quite a soft take, that one. Just as we approach that seagull flock again, as I was saying, you're either on them or you're off them. And it's up to you as the angler and as the skipper to be on them, not off them. At the moment, as I said, they're not populated, them reefs. They're a bit everywhere, so you've got up to you to go and find them. Woo! Just a little one. Oh, absolutely annihilated that. Absolutely annihilated it. Calm down, that's it. Another bass. So, I was saying earlier they were feeding on micro baits, so it might be a bit difficult to catch them on the lure. That is exactly what they're feeding from. I've just fished that from his mouth. So they are, yeah, absolutely micro sprats. Little, tiny little fish. There's another one mashed up there. So yeah, that is what these bass are feeding on. Tiny little fry. Right, let's get another one. So after each bass, you'll find you need to set the kayak up again and the drift line. Obviously the other rod, it might have crossed over you, it might not have done, but if it has, just pick your line again, get one rod so it's working and fishing, and then pick the other one out. Fish on, guys, fish on, fish on, fish on. So that feels like a better fish. That's a lot heavier and a lot ploddier. Yeah, a lot heavier. Hopefully I got that take on camera for you. I think I did. Well, it was recording, it was just whether it was pointing in the right direction or not. Oh, let's see what we got here. Oh yeah, here we go. Here we go. Oh yeah, that's a better fish. It's a much better fish. That's not bad. It's nettable, that one. That is nettable. Come on. Yes, there we go. Another lovely one. Another cracking fish. Pair of forceps, guys, absolutely essential, so you can just ping that hook out. Also, if you're using a net, it's got to be rubber. If you've got a fish net style cotton net or whatever they use, you're gonna have right difficulty untangling that. You'll have to cut it, and you've got to have a rubberized net. Right, let's get this one up to show you. They are spiky. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. Another cracking bass. We'll get that one back. Woo! Right, didn't take long. I think I had that camera on for about 2 minutes having a chat after literally cast it. I think you saw me cast it actually. And then, yeah, off it went. Right, where are these gulls? Where are these gulls? Oh, the other rod's going, the other rod's going, the other rod's going. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's taking line, that one. Whoa, 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 guys, this is a better fish. This is a much better fish, guys. Much, much better fish. Whoa, 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 I've got to pay attention here. I've got to pay attention here. This is a better fish. This is on a bigger lure, guys, as well. And I think this might be it, yeah. Yeah, this is our biggest one of the day. This is our biggest one of the day.
How long do you think it will be until it gets shut on?
Mate, I'm into a big bass here. I might want to get you to get a photo of this one. It's going to be nice.
Yeah, later on, once you're in, I'll get a nice photo of you, buddy.
Oh. Just playing it very, very gently. Oh yeah, that's a nice fish. Just seeing it come up now. Just taking my time. Just taking my time. Oh, he's under the kayak, which is never good. I can easily ping the hook off. Oh. Yeah, that's not bad at all. Got a hook just in the side, so he's not as big as I thought he might be, but he's decent. Come on, come on, come on, in you come. Come on. Yes. Yeah, he's the fattest one of the day, that's for sure. He's the biggest of the day. Yeah, that was on a big old lure, that one. And I was just about thinking of changing it because we hadn't any knocks. And I only really put it on to try and get a bigger fish. And it has worked, to be honest. Look, yeah, that's the biggest one of the day. Look at that, guys. Wicked. I'm going to spin you a quick round so the sun isn't right directly behind me.
Fish on, fish on.
Wicked, wicked, wicked. Let's get that one back. That is a beautiful fish. Thank you, mate. Right, let's keep the big lure on then. Right, we're coming up to the seagull shoal. Seagull shoal. We're coming up to the seagull flock now. We've had to push further towards Hastings. We're very near the end of pretty much the end of Hastings Pier now. But yeah, it is what it is. Furthest I've ever come on a trolling mission down here, I tell you. These gulls just keep getting further and further east. But that makes sense because that's where the tide's pushing, so that's where the bait's pushing. I don't mind, it is what it is. I could do with exercise anyway, so you know, won't need to go to the gym later doing legs today, I'll tell you that. Right, loads and loads of seagulls coming up. I'll keep you on camera. I'm entering bird poo heaven. So look at all these seagulls. This is what we've been following. You've got Hastings over there. Just slowing down now to troll speed. So gonna go about 1.8 to 2 miles an hour. Got a bite, got a bite. Oh, 2 bites! Double take, double take. Got a double take, guys, got a double take. Oh no. So I've got a bass on there. So what I'm gonna try to do is keep pedaling and try and keep me straight so I don't. Oh no, double take. This one's just a schoolie. So I'm gonna wind this one in quickly because we've got another bass on the other rod. Double take as well, absolutely crazy. There we go. So that's a schoolie. Oh, he's come off, lovely. Hang on, stay there. I just want to say quickly, welcome to the kayak, and come on, just quickly show up for the fans and then we can strike this one. There's a little schoolie. Get our other rod away and let's see if our bass is on here. Oh, did we miss him? No, we still got him, mate. Oh, he might have come off, guys. He might have come off, sadly. Or if he is on, he's a small one. No, there is a fish on, there is a fish on. Oh, hello. Oh, whoa, 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 okay. All right then, all right. Oh, this is not going to be a bad size one again, I don't think. He's woken up now, he's realised he's been hooked. Oh yeah, that's not a bad fish at all. Hey. Whew. Right, so that is probably bass number, I don't know, 15 I suppose. I swapped over to the lure which was really just doing the absolute biz, and that was the dredger. Oh goodness me, he's just gonna, oh my god. Yeah, he's decent, he's about £3, he is. Absolutely engulfed the lure though. So I'm gonna be a little bit careful on unhooking him. Wicked. That was nice. Me and my mate we just stopped for a little chat together and just sort of get some nice photos as well on the iPhone. It's really rare that I get a nice photo on my camera with someone sort of on another kayak. So yeah, it's nice that obviously I could take a photo of his bass, he could take a photo of mine. And I caught one just before as well, so we were able to get one of you know, a live fresh one, obviously, which we put back. But yeah, they're always better when they've got their prime colours. Right, seagulls are a little bit further out now, so that's what we've got to do. We've got to go a little bit further out. They're out there, I can see them. But the good thing is, I'm hoping they're going to go towards sort of Littlehampton, Eastbourne way, and they're going to go towards Bexhill, where we launched from. I really didn't want them to go more that way because it was we have got a long way to go now. Right, Sure, we'll get a couple more fish, but yeah, we'll see. Yeah, that's fine, mate. Take your time. I'm not going anywhere. So, just like that, the gulls disappeared. I can still see a few sitting on the water, but that big flock of gulls has just dispersed now. You got that early morning bite, that dawn bite, which I like to try and take advantage of. You've always got a dawn bite and a dusk bite. You know, that's when the bass are most active, definitely. Some days they'll feed in the day non-stop, but a lot of the time, yeah, they're most active at dawn in the morning when the sunrise is just starting, and dusk when it's just setting. The light level's just a bit lower, but they can see more. So as soon as they get dark, obviously it's dark at night time, so they can't see as much. I think they do still feed at night, but they can't quite see as much. As soon as they get a little bit of light, they just go mental for feeding. And obviously when it's dropping, they go, oh, it's night time soon, it's going to become harder, so we've got to feed hard again. I think that's what goes through their mind anyway. But yeah, because the gulls are gone, we're not picking up bass now. We've got loads of bait under us, but just struggling to pick up any takes. But it's alright, we've had probably 15 bass today, so I'm not going to complain. What we probably will do is start heading back to Beck's Hill now, because the weather is meant to pick up at some point, and it probably will. That's Will saying about the gulls disappearing. Yeah, mate, totally disappeared. It's probably time to troll back soon, I reckon.
Fully agree, mate. Should we go at a nice pace and stay together?
Yes, that would be much more enjoyable. Would you like to run the drift a bit further out, or do you want to run it closer in where there's probably more bass? Right, we're going to go inshore a little bit now and troll back to Beck's Hill Reef inshore. So I think that's where we'll pick up more bass anyway, because out here we're in 30 foot of nothing. Yeah, that's fine. Right, so as predicted, as I said this morning, we've now got some wind. I can see the weather front coming over Beachy Head down towards Eastbourne, and that's what the cloud and the wind is on that front, and I can see it from miles away. So as you can probably see on the GoPro, probably look calm. It's not actually calm. We are heading back now because we've got about 3 miles to the car park, and we're only doing 1.5 to 2 miles an hour, so we're going to be pedalling for an hour and a half, hour 50 just to get back. But obviously the lures are out. Might catch a bass on the way there. The issue is, if you're into a fight for sort of a couple of minutes and then you've got to sort it out and you take a photo and then you unhook your net, you've probably drifted about another 300 yards the other way, so then you've got to cover your ground all over again. But we might want to I might put my heel to the steel a little bit and pedal a bit faster, because we have got a way to go. And if it's anything like yesterday, these waves will be pretty grim by about 9 o'clock. Right, I probably look worse for wear, guys. I've been up early, barely eaten. I've got a headache, and we've been paddling and pedaling for over an hour, and we've still got a mile and a bit to go. But those damn birds are on Beck's Hill Reef now. But so at least they're where we want them to be. Yeah, I've just put the pedal down a little bit. It'd be nice just to get a few more fish before we go home, because we have probably got a couple more hours. Yeah, they're all working over Beck's Hill Reef, so it's given us a little bit of oomph to get going and start going a bit quicker, because we were only going about a mile an hour over ground, that is. We'll say 2 miles an hour on the fish finder, but if you've got a mile an hour tide going that way, you're only doing a mile over ground. Oh. Yeah, SOG, speed over ground, if you see that on a sonar, that's what that means. Right, ow, my legs are hurting. We're going against wind, tide, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Got to try and get some more fish. Well, I'll tell you something, I just had a huge mental health battle with my head. In a really positive way. Both of my legs started cramping up, because we've pedalled, guys, we were on about 10 miles today, and all my legs were cramping up, and I said, no, we're going to attack this. We're going to attack it with precision, tell them no, and fight through the pain. You know, we've got somewhere to be. We need to go and catch bass over there. I'm not letting my legs stop me. Yeah, fought through it like an absolute soldier. I was calling myself all the names under the sun, that inner demon which says no, and got through it. My headache's now gone. The cramp's gone in the legs because I've just pushed through it. Yeah, if you're right, guys, mental health is quite an important one for me. Like I've not suffered with it as bad as some people, so you know, I'm grateful for that. But I do have my days, and I'm quite different to other people, the way I think and the way I am. I'm quite different to the general population, so I sort of feel a bit lonely sometimes. And I've got a few friends who are very similar, like-minded to me, and big ups to them. But yeah, if you're struggling, just tell yourself you can do it. I know it's easier said than done, but just get yourself in a situation where you're forced to fight. It really does help. The gym for me is a massive thing. Really helps. And being on a kayak, this is why sometimes I prefer it to the boat. It's just you, your body, and nature. And I love battling against it sometimes. Probably why I do some of the crazy things I do in a 3-metre boat. I do like the adrenaline. Obviously it's all got to be done safely, but yeah, had a lot of fun there, fighting my mind and my inner demons to get the miles done. Very shortly though, on a different topic, approaching the reef that we started on. The gulls have sort of lifted off of it a little bit, but that's okay. We needed to head this way anyway, and yeah, we're just going to troll up and down the reef and see what we can get for the last sort of half an hour, 40 minutes. Right, let's see if we can get a couple more bass before we go in. Bass on, guys, bass on, bass on. We're just coming up to the reef now, and yeah, it's been a little while since we had a bite. We haven't had a fish since Hastings.
I'm going to start heading in because we've had a pretty good day, and the last thing I want to do is get a fine to top it off.
Let's have a look. I think it's just going to be a schoolie. We're just thinking about finishing, to be honest. We're both absolutely buggered. You know, we've both had our very fair share of fish, so... Oh, he's coming under there. Oh, no, don't go through there. Oh, you little bugger. Right, let's get him in. Oh, yes.
I put a fish on.
Yeah, if you've got fish on, I've got fish on, maybe we'll sort your car parking out and do a bit longer, but I'm not that fussed, to be honest. So we've got another bass. As I say, we were just following those gulls earlier. They're not particularly here now, but yeah, this is just the mark, which it does, you know, it does produce fish. There we go. Little Bexhill bass this time, not Hastings. Oh, the takes are savage. Yeah, it's 10:34. I'm going to be in for about 11, so lovely. Thank you. Well, that's it really. You know what? It's 11 o'clock. We've had our fair share of bass. Done well. I want to be a bit rested for this evening session. So, thank you for watching again. Have a great week. And again, if you've got any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. This has been trolling for beginners at Bexhill. Take care.